Late-night stories to tell in the dark. Samuel Hayden is not the average mess-up. Samuel Hayden, a brilliant but morally ambiguous scientist, became the figurehead of the Union Aerospace Corporation, UAC, a company at the forefront of energy research and interdimensional exploration. Facing Earth's crippling energy crisis, Hayden turned to the planet Mars, where the UAC discovered argent energy, an almost limitless power source extracted from a mysterious substance originating in another dimension, hell. Samuel Hayden spearheaded the Argent Energy Project, developing technology to harvest and refine this energy through the Argent Tower. However, the UAC's advancements were not without cost. The corporation's relentless pursuit of progress led to secret experiments involving hell, including creating portals to harness more resources. Hayden believed the ends justified the means, even as some UAC staff expressed concerns about the ethical and existential risks. Things took a catastrophic turn when Olivia Pierce, a high-ranking UAC scientist and a secret cultist, sabotaged the Argent Tower's safeguards. Manipulated by Hell's demonic forces, she opened a permanent portal, allowing hordes of demons to flood Mars. The UAC facility descended into chaos as workers were slaughtered or transformed into monstrous abominations. Though Hayden saw Pierce's betrayal as a setback, he was unrepentant about his role in the disaster. To him, the research still held the potential to save humanity, if they could survive the current crisis. The inconvenience for Doom Slayer. Enter the Doom Slayer, a near-mythical warrior awakened from stasis to combat the demonic threat. For someone like him, the portal to hell wasn't just a nuisance, it was an infuriating obstacle. Trapped in a cycle of violence, he was forced to battle unending waves of demons, traverse nightmarish landscapes, and dismantle the infrastructure Samuel Hayden and the UAC had worked so hard to build. To the Doom Slayer, Hayden's cold pragmatism and dismissive attitude toward the consequences of his actions were infuriating. Hayden's insistence on preserving the Argent Energy Project often conflicted with the Doom Slayer's primary goal, destroying anything and everything connected to hell to ensure humanity's survival. Story 2. Quan, adding insult to injury. In the Nether Realm, power was everything, and Quan had perfected the art of deceit. As a sorcerer who thrived on energy and manipulation and his use of dark magic, he did not view combat as an honorable contest but as an opportunity to assert his dominance in the most humiliating ways possible. His opponent who dared to challenge him would soon learn this lesson in the worst way possible. Quan has always relished the fight. His pale bald head gleamed under the dim light of the tournament arena. And his piercing red eyes burned with malice. His opponent, already trembling, had fought valiantly, but valor meant nothing to Quan. It was only a prelude to suffering. The warrior fell to his knees, bloodied and broken. As Quan loomed over him, he raised his hand, summoning the dark energy coursing through his veins. His voice dripped with mockery as he sneered, "You should have known better than to challenge God." And then with a flick of the wrist, the spell surged through his opponent's body. Then that is when the warrior's legs began to spasm violently, detaching from his body with a sickening crunch. Blood sprayed to the ground, but Quan was far from finished. He then picked up one of the severed legs, marveling at its weight. He chuckled, twirling it like a toy. Fitting, he mused out loud, "You lived by your feet, now you'll die by them." He stepped forward, savoring the moment. With deliberate force, he swung the severed leg down his opponent's head. The first strike elicited a grunt pain whack. The second strike was harder, drawing a dissatisfying crack from his opponent's skull. Then, without hesitation, he swung the leg downward a third time with such force the sound of the bone meeting the flesh and skull reverberated throughout the arena. The first blow let out a satisfying moan, the second blow fractured, the third one obliterated. As he continued, his strikes were rhythmic, deliberate and unrelenting. He splattered his opponent's broken carcass all over the area. Now completely satisfied with his work, he stood up and declared, "Let this be a lesson." His voice was cold and commanding. "Oppose me and your defeat will not be quick, nor painless." He then walked away, his crimson boots leaving bloody footprints. Quan felt a rare flicker of satisfaction. He had not just won the fight, but he turned it into a demonstration of his cruelty. And because of that, he achieved a flawless victory.
Fatality.